Welcome everyone to the Contractors License Board Applications Committee virtual and in-person meeting. Before the meeting is called to order, we will play a short video to explain procedures for this meeting and to explain how members of the public can participate and interact with the committee.
Welcome to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting. When the meeting begins momentarily, the chair will take a roll call, explain any specific rules for this particular board, and then move to public comment. The name of the board member will appear on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. For instance, this is board member Y, and this is board member E. Public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. You can indicate that you are ready to testify by clicking on the Raise Hand button being circled by the mouse on your screen now. At the appropriate time, the board will recognize you to speak and ask you to unmute your mic as shown here. Again, public testimony will be accepted at the beginning of the meeting and before each agenda item. Public attendees will not be able to unmute their microphone until recognized by the board. Public attendees who are recognized to testify will be asked to identify themselves by name and their affiliated organization if applicable. Please mute your microphone when you are finished speaking as a courtesy to others and members of the board. Public attendees will not be able to unmute themselves after the testimony is completed unless recognized again after raising their hand. At some point during the meeting, the board may choose to move into executive session. When the board moves into executive session, the board members' microphones and video feeds will be turned off, and a similar screen as you see now will be displayed. When the board returns from executive session, their microphones will be turned on as well as their video cameras. Welcome again to the Professional and Vocational Licensing Virtual Board Meeting. At this time, the chair will call the meeting to order and take a roll call, as well as explain any additional rules that may be specific to this board.
Welcome to the July 6th Application Committee meeting. At this time, I'm going to call the meeting to order. I want to conduct a roll call and ask each member to state who, if anyone, is present with them. I am Paul Alijado, and no one's here with me. John Polachek.
I'm here and no one's here with me.
Thank you, John. Daryl Sahiro.
Daryl, you're muted.
Sorry, President, no one's here with me.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. Randy Lau.
Here, no one else is here with me.
Thank you, Randy. Russell Inouye.
Present, and no one's here with me.
Thank you, Russell. At this time, can I get a motion to amend the agenda to correct inadvertent errors?
Hi, Paul. This is Randy. I'll make a motion for these following corrections. Number 1, for spelling, page 5, number 31, Justin Pukela Minor, RME. Change the spelling of Zacia Construction LLC, B General Building. Number 2 is also a spelling error. Page 6, number 48, Tolba changes to Tolba Takeda Sheet Metal Inc., James M. Takeda, RME, C44 Sheet Metal, and B General Building.
Okay, thank you, Randy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Daryl. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. So the motion is carried. At this time, I'm going to be reading the new application committee recommendations. Numbers 1 through 55. The first one, Aloha Tree LLC, Christopher Perkis, Army, for the C-27B tree trimming and removal is deferred. Anderson Burton Construction, Inc., Dan NMN Carrizo's Army for the B General Building is deferred. Andrews Arc Electric LLC, Jonathan L. Andrews LLC for the C-13 Electrical and the C-60 Solar Power System is deferred. Octus LLC, Nicholas Patrick Woodsman, Army for the C-27 Landscaping is deferred. Baja Construction Company, Inc., Gary L. Ebert, Army for the B General Building is approved. Baumhoff Construction LLC, John Baumhoff, Army for the B General Building is deferred. Bradford Aquatic Group LLC, David C. Cadis, Army for the C-49 Swimming Pool is approved. Edward B. Brown, Army, Garita Polson General Contracting LLC for the A General Engineering and the B General Building is approved. Patrick C. Carpenter, Army, Johnson Controls, Inc. for the B General Building is deferred. Central Electric LLC, Colton Biven, Army for the C-13 Electrical is approved. Coconut Wireless LLC, DBA, Coconut Wireless Construction, Joseph S. Bacos, Army for the C-48 Structural Steel is deferred. Effortless Design, Inc., Carol Fisher, Army, for the B General Building is deferred. Infra MCC LLC, Philip Garcia Jr., Army for the B General Building is approved. Jack J. Johnson, Army, Manson Construction Company for the A General Engineering is deferred. Philmon M. Fatangia Individual for the A General Engineering, the C-17 Excavating, Grading, and Trenching, and the C-31 Masonry is approved. Glass and Woodwork Company, Juan Diosa, Army for the C-22 Glazing and Tinting is deferred. Guy Yoakum Construction, Inc., Christopher Armstrong, Army for the C-31A Cement Concrete is deferred. Kyle Masayuki Hirano, Army, Jazz W. Glover Limited for the A General Engineering is approved. Samuel S. Hole, Army, Sumo Builders, Inc. for the C1 Acoustical and Installation is deferred. HY Services, LLC, Henry M. Maderos Jr., Army for the C-33 Painting and Decorating is deferred. Imagine Development, Kavika C. Dawson, Army for the B General Building and a C-42 Roofing is approved. J.A. Builders, LLC, Justin Anguiano, Army for the B General Building is deferred. JDC Builders, LLC, Jerome D. Cabos for the B General Building is approved. JSK Construction, LLC, Jared Prestige, Army for the B General Building is deferred. Joshan R. Kim, Army, 3Y Development, LLC for the B General Building is deferred. LPM Dream Homes, LLC, Louis E. Palomo, Miranda, Army for the C-51 Tile is deferred. Lanikai Homes, LLC, James Allen Jenkins, Army for the B General Building is deferred. Peutu, Manglandi, Lutui individual for the B general building is deferred. Manglaya Painting LLC, Christopher M. Manglaya, Army for the C33 painting and decorating is deferred. Maui Commercial Landscaping, Inc., Christopher G. Morales, Army for the C27 landscaping is approved. Justin Pukela, Minor Army, Zaisha Construction LLC for the G general building is deferred. Mountain Homes LLC, Brian James Cambier, Army for the B general building is approved. Operation Floyd LLC, Lloyd T. Kikau, Army for the C21 flooring is deferred. Pacific Ocean Glass LLC, Eric L. Carson, Army for the C22 glazing and tinting is approved. Sean Charles Pegart, Army, SLSCO Limited for the B general building is deferred. Pave Street Inc., Gary David Robotin, Army for the A general engineering is approved. Pro Ponce Painting LLC, Charisse Y. Ponce, Army for the C33 painting and decorating is approved. Pure Enviro Management LLC, Brian Howard Stone, Army for the B general building is deferred. Brosu Services LLC, Pierre Brosu, Army for the A general engineering is approved. SH Roofing Inc., Sione F. Patal, Army for the C42 roofing is approved. CLSCO Limited, Christopher Gary Dunn, Army for the B general building is deferred. Star Sign Inc., Jodylyn F. Fox, Army for the C14 sign is deferred. Jason Kupala Silva, Army Home and Business Painters Hawaii LLC for the C33 painting and decorating is approved. Tactical Builders LLC, Takeru Tanabe, Army for the B general building is deferred. TechCon Builders LLC, Joseph Donahue, Army for the B general building is approved. Title LLC, Caleb B. Provan, Army for the B general building is deferred. Total Development LLC, Zachary Ray Thomas, Army for the B general building is deferred. Toba Takeda Sheet Metal Inc., James M. Takeda, Army for the C44 sheet metal is approved. Viliami S. Uhatafe, Army for the B general building is deferred. Verdi Sports Construction LLC, Joshua Daniels Peters, Army for the C27 landscaping and a C37B irrigation and lawn sprinkler system is deferred. Felisa Rivera Verdugo, Army, Jazz W. Glover for the A general engineering is approved and the B general building is deferred. Boatwell Electric LLC, Andor Gresitz, Army for the C13 electrical is deferred. Darren T. Ward, Army, Win Contracting Inc. for the B general building is deferred. Wright Island Electric LLC, Patrick Britt Wright, Army for the C13 electrical is deferred. Zumwalt Construction Inc., Arturo Zavala, Army for the B general building is deferred.
Thank you, Chair. These are the deferrals from, says May, it should be June 2026.
Yeah.
48 Fire LLC, Nathan R. Putraz, RME, deferred. 808 Maintenance and Renovations, Inc., Richard E. Chanko, RME, deny. Arco DB Companies, Inc., William P. Jensen, RME, defer. Aalilani LLC, Wendell Kiohuola, RME, defer. Gassan Apanage, RME, defer. Accurate Plumbing and Repairs LLC, Colton AC Nascimento, RME, defer. Advanced Painting and Cleaning Services LLC, Bradley W. Anten Cruz, RME, approve. Ahafano T. Aholele, individual, defer. Aaron Lube Systems, Inc., Miguel Mitchell Torrena, RME, approve. Ivan K. Akana, RME, defer. Alaia Works LLC, Joseph Clark, RME, defer. Shakur Almonroe, individual, defer. Aluminum Products Liberty Lake LLC, Thomas Gordon Loftus, RME, defer. Ambler General Contracting LLC, Patrick L. Ambler, RME, approve. American Ramp Company, Jonathan David Hunter, RME, defer. Buildrite Inc., Stephen John Berg, RME, defer. Buse Custom Tile LLC, Robert Stephen Buse, RME, defer. CB Recovery Group Inc., Jacob Pelka, RME, defer. CHS Solutions LLC, Brian H. Sakaguchi, RME, defer. C.R. Meyer and Sons Company, Gerard Paul Wilson, RME, defer. Anthony Keith Campbell, RME, defer. Ronald J. Casey, RME, defer. Shalom Berlin Caverly, individual, approve. Amber K.M. Casimiro, individual, defer. Challenge Works Inc., Nicholas A. Redinger, RME, defer. Clean Harbors Environmental Services, Inc., Joshua Dale Stringer, RME, defer. American Veterans Service Corporation, Carlos Rojas, RME, defer. Ameritech Slope Constructors, Inc., Roger D. Moore, RME, defer. Rainey R.G. Antalon, individual, defer. Alake K. Arates, individual, approve. Kenneth M. Athens, RME, approve. Austin Fire Systems LLC, Keenan W. Bridges, RME, deny. BB Builders LLC, Brandon P.K. Bladesdale, RME, defer. Barca LLC, James J. Snyder, RME, defer. Bargren Ellison, Inc., Taylor Myertons, RME, defer. Greg Baskin, individual, defer. Bright Light Digital LLC, Mark S. Tawara, RME, defer. Brooks Services LLC, Kalima Brooks, RME, approve. Sorry, those were out of order. Clean Harbors Environmental Services, Inc., John Harley's Yerkes, RME, defer. Clearwater Mechanical Plumbing and Underground LLC, Celso Diera, RME, defer. Coastal Current Constructions LLC, Richard T. Mount, RME, approve. Commercial Shelving Inc., Alini Loa, RME, defer. Communication Consulting Services Inc., Wesley J. Washburn, RME, defer. Consolidated Painting LLC, Jeffrey R. Weibler, RME, defer. Construct and Maintain Corp., Greg Miller, RME, defer. Greg E. Colson, RME, Electric Service of Maui, LLC, defer. DBC Construction, Inc., Christopher A. Quitevas, RME, defer. DGK Construction, LLC, David G. Kogel, RME, defer. DCSK Plumbing, LLC, Sky Baskey, RME, defer. DXK Construction Builder, LLC, Darren Sue, RME, defer. The Beast Lawn Care, LLC, Billy Joe Antis, RME, defer. Davis Plumbing Services, LLC, Landon L.K. Davis, RME, defer. Decology, LLC, Jonathan R. Edmondson, RME, defer. Miguel Delgado, individual, defer. Design Craft Studio LLC, John E. Goble, RME, defer. Design Smith Builds, Inc., Nathan Myers, RME, defer. Andrew D. Diaz, RME, A1 Budget Plumbing, Inc., defer. Simon B. Ditton, RME, defer. Ducky Recovery LLC, Daniel P. McKieran, RME, defer. Eagle Building Systems, Inc., Kenny Wisecup, RME, defer. Eaton Corporation, Jess Yenter, RME, defer. Brandon Jacob Eisner, RME, defer. Emilia Construction LLC, Brian G. Kamakamo, RME, defer. Sean M. Feeney, RME, defer. Florable Hawaii, Inc., Stephen J. Kellogg, RME, defer. Foxel LLC, Petra Shmerdova, RME, defer. Freedom Quartz Countertops LLC, Gregory Allen Harvey, RME, defer. GJB and Associates LLC, Janae SMMK Aquin, RME, defer. GMZ Engineering, Inc., Chazi M. Murabak, RME, approve. Worlito Ganitano, individual, defer. Ricky J. Gerhart, individual, defer. HCA Hawaii LLC, James W. O'Ellen, RME, defer. Highlight Electric LLC, Jan Lewis K. Akai, RME, defer.
Helen Construction Inc., Stacy Mangliti, RME, defer. Hawaiian Dragging Construction Company, Ecom Hunt, Paul D. Salen, RME, defer. Hawaiian Telecom Inc., William M. Gibson III, RME, defer. Adam L. Hodgson, individual, approve. Honua Y. LLC, Joshua Pokipola, RME, defer. Shlomi Huberman, RME, defer. Island Electrical Systems LLC, James D. Sensano, RME, defer. Brandon Forrest Jackman, RME, defer. Jason's Associates Inc., Robert Sumanis, RME, defer. James Child and Stone Inc., Jefferson E. Massing, RME, approve. Jeffrey A. Jenkins, RME, defer. Joe Builder Inc., Joseph Pandolf Jr., RME, defer. Georgie Netting Inc., Daniel H. Judge, RME, defer. K. Pablo General Constructing LLC, Fortunato B. K. Pablo, RME, defer. KJB Enterprise LLC, Brian G. Golet, RME, defer. KT Air Conditioning Inc., KL Townload, RME, defer. KOAK Construction LLC, Sydney P. Reyes, RME, defer. Matthew Joseph Kasmarek, RME, defer. Kyle Lima Painting LLC, Gregory A. Apo, RME, approve. Lauren Mitchell Aleleki, RME, defer. Kena Construction Corporation, Ram Jape Olande, RME, defer. Kemoni Kahealani Kane, RME, approve. Hello Construction LLC, Alexa A. Keki, RME, defer. Christian M. Kraus, individual, defer. Huang Y. Kwon, individual, defer. LA Solar Group Inc., Ara Petroleum, RME, defer. Antonio T. Laborte, individual, defer. Olanoto T. Latu, individual, defer. Sung Holly, individual, defer. Matthew A. Lemon, RME, defer. Van B. Latin, individual, defer. Lighthouse Electrical Constructions, Inc., Danny R. Clark, RME, defer. Lightning Protection Systems, LLC, William L. Stone, RME, defer. LiveView Technologies, Inc., Stephen W. Ross, RME, defer. Long Limb Tree Service, LLC, Lucas Brower, RME, deny. Stuart J. Loewe RME defer, MK Builders LLC, Mason K. Cowie RME defer, Mikhail A. Mata RME defer, Jeremy James Maddox individual deny, Kurt J. Malay RME approve, Mana Home Services LLC, George Rees RME defer, Durbin A. Mann RME defer, Marble United LLC, Khan H. Doe RME defer, Martin Burst Construction LLC, Charles Martin RME defer, James Cadiska Martin RME defer, Jeremy J. Masters individual approve, Mauka Makai LLC, Michael Thomas Zimmerman RME defer, Maui Professionals LLC, Anthony Mikhail Akrobala RME defer, Mauloa Construction LLC, Nicanor A. Anastasio Jr. RME defer, Alan M. McGlohon RME defer, Shanna Nicole Medley RME defer, Orlando C. Menor RME defer, Igor G. Mokan RME approve. Modern Evolution Construction LLC, Christopher Martinez RME defer. Moku Air LLC, Brandon and Fernandez RME defer. Montello Design LLC, Luan Duque RME approve. Next Step Custom Flooring LLC, Jason M. O. RME defer. Bill V. Nguyen individual defer. Hassan Nguyen individual defer. No More Construction DBA Everyday Construction Corporation, Bryce K. Toyama RME defer. Matasugu Ochiai individual defer. Ohana Custom Homes Inc., Arthur C. Parisi RME defer. Ola Realty LLC, Benson P. E. Payne RME defer. Onesta LLC, Tyson G. K. Feria RME defer. Pacific Industrial Coatings LLC, Randall R. Belmont RME defer. Aaron E. V. Pahaya High individual approve. Pameco Hawaii LLC, Dimitri Pepe RME defer. Paniolo Builders Inc., Don A. Nicholson RME defer. Pia Performance Energy LLC, Michael D. Cooper RME defer. Pivotos Renovation Inc., Doris Pivotal RME defer.
Place Services Incorporated, Troy S. Place RME defer. Gonzalo Planas Jr. RME defer. Porio Incorporated, Joseph P. Porio RME defer. John E. Porter RME deny. Premier Woodcraft and Stone Inc., Jonathan D. Young RME defer. Providence by Design Construction and Development LLC, Gary M. Brennan RME defer. Per Air Hawaii Inc., Michael C. Pugel RME defer. Mark T. Putman RME defer. QUTM Corp. Kenneth Corbin RME defer. R&F Power Solutions LLC, Andreas Restrepo RME defer. RSM Electric LLC, Robert S. Milching RME defer. Radin Painting LLC, Randall Bergonia Langapon RME approve. Regatta Development Inc., Randall J. Holmes RME defer. Aaron Elijah Redfield RME defer. Rosette Painting LLC, Shay K. H. Rosette RME defer. Anthony A. Russell Jr. RME defer. Richard Patrick Salmon individual defer. Salt Builders LLC, Bradley J. Gull, RME, defer. Hans Nicholas Schroeder, RME, defer. Connor Seacrest, RME, defer. SEP Tech and Excavation LLC, Elliot Boniza, RME, defer. Alan D. Shishikin, RME, approve. Signal USA LLC, Irv A. Lipschutz, RME, defer. Signs and Decal Corp, Hossein Calfin, RME, defer. Anthony Keone Silva, individual, defer. Rostislav Slatic, individual, approve. Levi R. Smiley, individual, defer. Keala E. Snyder, RME, defer. Solar Ray Solutions LLC, Robert Ray Miranda, RME, defer. Soltran Painting LLC, Philip E. Soltran, RME, defer. Michael W. Stalnacher, Senior, RME, defer. Raiden Stankovic, individual, defer. Stevens Mechanical Corporation, Paul R. Stevens III, RME, defer. Stonecrafters 808 LLC, Tony C. Lewis, RME, defer. TR Electric LLC, Tracy R. Bingo, RME, defer. The Kona Plumber LLC, Scott A. Bayer, RME, defer. The Plant Artist Kauai LLC, Maya Yoshida, RME, defer. Holmai Kai Okalani P. Thewen, RME, defer. Kevin Thompson, RME, defer. 3 Wide Development, Jinkyang Shin, RME, withdraw the B General Building. Thrive for Life LLC, Gerard A. McCabe, RME, defer. Vladislav Danglovic, Tolvach, RME, defer. Trades Wind Home Solutions LLC, Luke E. Schaefer, RME, defer. Triumph Specialty Construction Inc., Bro D. Keller, RME, defer. True Craft Construction LLC, Jason Carter, RME, defer. Tukula Trees Inc., Keith D. Clanton, RME, defer. Yvonne C.B. Tumblin, RME, defer. Turnkey Contracting LLC, Parker W.K. Lau, RME, defer. Ultimo Construction LLC, Ubaldo M. Ortiz Reyes, RME, approve. Unitech Restorative Services LLC, Michael A. Flores, RME, defer. Valence Construction LLC, Ian Crawford Valence, RME, defer. Volk Pacific Builders Inc., Brian Volk, RME, defer. WNO LLC, Stuart N. Williams Jr., RME, approve. WB Constructions Roofing and Rain Gutters LLC, Wilma Garganta Orse, RME, deny. Wade Inc., Benjamin David Sandberg, RME, defer. Alan V. Walker, RME, defer. Eric W. Witt, individual, approve. Tomaz J. Walchkow, individual, defer.
Here, that ends the deferred applications from June.
Okay, thank you, Bronson, Leslie, and Carrie. At this time, is there any testimony from the public?
No, Chair, there's no public testimony.
Okay, at this time, can I get a motion on the applications committee recommendation to the Contractors License Board?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Chair, someone just raised their hand. Would you like to take their testimony?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Who is it, please?
iPhone 2.
iPhone 2, okay. Bring it on board.
Good afternoon. This is Dan.
Hi.
This is Dan Clark with Lighthouse Electrical. And
Hi, how can I help you?
I apologize. So my question is regarding what you said we were deferred. I believe we were number 105. Does it say why we were deferred? I thought we had filled out our paperwork correctly this time.
Okay, so we don't have the files with us here in this room. So once we are back in the office, Mr. Clark, one of us will call you.
I appreciate that. We'd love to get to the other end of this. Thank you for all you guys do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Is that it?
Yes, Chair, that is it.
Okay, thank you. So we got the recommendations, yeah. So all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. So at this time, the motion is carried. The next application committee meeting is on August the 3rd, 2026. And if there isn't anything else, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Aye.